Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. We have some intriguing rumors coming out of the NFL that could dramatically reshape the NFC East landscape. And of course, the New York Giants are right at the heart of this conversation. It's something that, if it materializes, could have major implications for the Giants' future, especially defensively. So buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer. According to some reports, notably from Adam Schefter, the Seattle Seahawks are looking to shake things up. They're currently sitting at a 3-4 record, and their secondary has been a real issue, allowing about 25 points per game. That's a pretty alarming number when you consider the standards of NFL defenses. The Seahawks under head coach Pete Carroll are known for their aggressive, secondary-heavy schemes, but this year it just hasn't clicked. So the rumor is that Seattle is eyeing a significant move, potentially trading away their talented rookie corner, Devon Witherspoon. Yes, Devon Witherspoon, one of the most promising young defensive backs in the league, might be on his way out of Seattle. And the reason? Well, the Seahawks are reportedly looking at acquiring a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fifth-round pick in 2027 in exchange for Witherspoon. They're also planning to free up around $11 million in cap space, which they could reinvest in rebuilding their roster, especially their offensive line, which has been a concern with allowing about 3-6 sacks per game, an area that needs urgent attention if they want to be more competitive and possibly contend in the future. But what does this mean for the Giants? Let's start by understanding the player involved. Devon Witherspoon, for those of you who might not be fully aware, is a versatile cornerback who has already made a significant impact in his young career. Over the past 2 seasons, he's maintained an impressive overall grade of 84. 5 according to PFF, which is remarkable for a rookie and continues to improve. His run defense grade is outstanding at 93, showing he's not just a cover guy but also a solid tackler and run stopper. In 2025, until September 15th, he registered 11 solo tackles and 2 assists, with a 55% completion allowed rate and an EPA per target of -0. 41, which means he's effectively preventing completions and making plays. His jam success rate stands at 65%, and he allows just 2.9 yards per target. And importantly, he hasn't suffered any serious injuries so far, something that teams always consider when evaluating trade value. What makes Witherspoon so special? Well, he was an all-pro rookie, drawing comparisons to Jair Alexander, and he's been pivotal in Seattle's defense. His 8 career interceptions and 78% man coverage grade highlight his ball-hawking instincts and coverage skills. Interestingly, his PFF grade in man coverage is even higher than Deont Banks, the Giants' promising young corner who has a grade of 81. 7. That's a clear indicator of his elite potential and why teams like the Giants are so interested in acquiring him, especially considering the team's current secondary struggles. Now let's zoom in on the Seahawks' perspective. They're currently sitting at odds of +10, 0 in the Super Bowl betting odds, which clearly shows they're not viewed as contenders right now. Geno Smith, their quarterback, has been underwhelming at times with a QBR of 80. 6, and the team's overall outlook isn't as bright as it was when they made the playoffs last year. Their priority seems to be building through the draft, especially shoring up their offensive line, which is allowing too many sacks. The idea is that by trading Witherspoon for draft capital, they're resetting, focusing on building for the future, much like what the Jets did last year when they traded vets to rebuild their roster. But for the Giants, this could be a huge turning point. The team's secondary has been a bit shaky, especially with Cordell Flott dealing with a concussion and Art Green nursing a hamstring injury that might keep him out for Week 9. The Giants are desperately seeking outside coverage help to complement Deont Banks, who's shown flashes of brilliance but needs more support. If the Giants were to acquire Witherspoon, it would significantly boost their pass defense, which in turn could elevate their overall defensive efficiency. Witherspoon's presence on the field would be a game changer, especially in Shane Bowen's defensive scheme, which has been trending upward in terms of forcing turnovers. In fact, with Witherspoon, the Giants' project to increase their interception total to over 7, and their pass deflections could see a boost of around 19%. This would be a huge step forward, considering the Giants currently allow about 225 passing yards per game, which could be reduced to around 185 yards with such a shutdown corner. Tactically in man coverage, Witherspoon has the ability to force punts, increasing the team's defensive stops from around 34% to over 42%. His skills are comparable to some of the best in the league, and his ability to cover and create turnovers could elevate the Giants' defense to a new level. It's the kind of move that could turn the tide, especially as the NFC East remains highly competitive. And speaking of the NFC East, let's not forget how important a player like Witherspoon could be in the division's landscape. The Giants have been striving for consistency and a strong defensive identity. They've been building around young talent like Deont Banks, but they need that extra piece to truly compete with the likes of the Eagles and Cowboys, who have some of the league's best defenses and secondary players. Witherspoon's addition would not only improve the Giants' secondary, but also serve as a statement that they're serious about contending again, especially with the Super Bowl odds improving from +30, 0 to +15, 0 if they land him. He's a true X-factor against mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, and his ability to shut down deep threats could be a key factor in close games. Now, it's worth noting that some skeptics see this potential trade as a reset move for Seattle, similar to what the Jets did in 2024 when they moved veteran players to rebuild. But for the Giants, acquiring Witherspoon is more than just a rebuild. It's about solidifying a defense that has the potential to be elite. If Shane Bowen can maximize his talent, Witherspoon could be the cornerstone of a secondary that's capable of making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks, forcing more turnovers, and creating scoring opportunities for the offense. The Giants have already been trending upward on defense, and adding a player of Witherspoon's caliber could be the final piece needed for a deep playoff run. Furthermore, with the NFC East being so competitive, every little edge counts. The Eagles have one of the best defenses in the league, and the Cowboys are always a tough out. The Giants, with a stronger secondary, could turn some of those close games into wins, especially when it comes to playoff positioning. A secondary anchored by Witherspoon, who has a proven track record of success and the ability to match up with the best, would make the Giants much more formidable in the postseason. If this trade actually happens, it would send a strong message across the league that the Giants are serious about competing at the highest level. It's about building a defense that's not just good, but elite. A defense that can carry the team deep into the playoffs, maybe even all the way to the Super Bowl. The history of the Giants is filled with legendary defenders who made a difference in big moments, and Witherspoon has that kind of potential. His ability to shut down top receivers, combined with his ball-hawking skills, makes him a perfect fit for a team that's looking to take the next step. So fans were watching closely. The potential of this move is huge, and if it comes true, it could set the tone for the Giants' season and beyond. Imagine a secondary led by Deont Banks and Devin Witherspoon, terrorizing quarterbacks and creating turnovers that lead to easy points on the other side. That's the kind of team that can challenge anyone in the league, and it's exactly what the Giants need to push forward in a highly competitive NFC. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this rumored deal? Do you believe it's the right move for the Giants? Would you be excited to see Witherspoon in blue? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. This is the kind of story that can change the trajectory of a franchise, and we're here to bring it to you first. Thanks for listening, and as always, let's go Giants.